It's Tuesday morning in the fabulous Florida Keys. I'm Gary McAdams with eXp Realty. It's definitely a cold morning in Key West by Florida Keys standards today. I went out to take my walk a little bit early. I left my house about 4:45 a.m. and it was 63 degrees outside with the wind whipping across the water. My walk was definitely shortened. I was only out there about 20 minutes. I didn't want to stay out any longer. Key West has produced a lot of great athletes over the years. We've had a lot of Key West kids come out of Key West High and play in Major League Baseball, quite a few in the NFL. Well, on this day in history, December 3rd in 1924, the Key West High School football team played their first game ever. The first game they ever played, they went over to the Army barracks and played a football team put together of Marines. A bunch of high school students facing the United States Marines for their first football game ever. If that's not baptism by fire, nothing is. No wonder why we produce such great athletes throughout the years. But we've also produced great real estate throughout the years, and this is my morning market MLS update video I do every day right about this same time. I report all the new listings in Key West and the lower keys that have come on the market in the last 24 hours. If you watch this video every day, you'll know about all the new listings from Big Pine Key down to Key West the same day the realtors find out about them. I find a lot of buyers wait for a home to come on to Trulia or Realtor.com or Zillow or Redfin before they look at it. And a problem they face there is by the time these websites put a home live online, oftentimes it's been on the multiple listing service a couple days and all the good deals are already under contract. If you watch this video and you see something you like, call me immediately. I'll make an appointment for us to go see it, or if you're not here locally, I'll go see it on your behalf. We can do a live walkthrough video or a FaceTime video call, and if you like what you see, we can have you under contract on the property before most buyers ever even knew it was available for sale. You'll also get a much more detailed description of these listings, including photographs, if you follow my blog. KeyWestInvesting.com. That's updated every day from the multiple listing service as well. There's a lot more information on the blog, a lot more details, any unique features the home might have. There'll be photos of the inside of the home, photos of the outside of the home. If the home happens to be waterfront or happens to have a pool, there'll be photos of the pool view, photos of the water view, photos of the boat dockage. Just a lot more information that I can put into a couple-minute quick YouTube video. Again, that web address is keywestinvesting.com, and it's updated every day from the multiple listing service. Again, today I'm still getting over a cold. I'm a little under the weather. Please excuse my voice being a little bit raspy. If you like this video and you want to see more videos like it, if you want to stay current with the Florida Keys real estate market so you'll know what's being listed at what price every day, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and as long as you're clicking that subscribe button just right next to us, that thumbs up like symbol, if you can click that, that helps my channel grow a lot. I'd really appreciate that. Today we have 6 new homes to talk about. Before I tell you about the homes, the state of Florida's lawyers have to butt in and make me cover the boring legal stuff. The information I'm about to give you comes directly from the Florida Keys multiple listing service. I'm not accepting any responsibility for any of these listings. I'm not claiming any of these listings to be my own listings. And I'm not accepting any responsibility if there's any inaccuracies in the information I give you. I'm simply reading it to you right from the Florida Keys multiple listing service. I will from time to time put in my opinion, or if I have any experience with the particular home, I'll tell you about it. But when I do that, I'll clarify it's my opinion. Otherwise, you can assume it's coming right from the MLS. The first one we have is a great townhouse on Porter Lane in Key West's Truman Annex neighborhood in Old Town. The Truman Annex is a great area. People really love it for several reasons. The 2 main reasons. First is the rentals. You can rent the Truman Annex in 7-day intervals, where the majority of Key West is a 30-day minimum rental period by law. This one has a transient license allowing weekly rentals. It's a great investment rental income property if you're looking for rental income. Also, the location. You can walk to Duval Street. You can walk to all the restaurants, the bars, the nightlife, the shopping, the art galleries. You can walk to Mallory Square for the famous Key West Sunset Festival. You can walk to the Truman waterfront. We have a water park there. There's a Coast Guard museum. The Coffee Butler Amphitheater is there if you're in town to see a concert. It's an easy bicycle ride out to Fort Zachary Taylor State Park, which is, in my opinion, the nicest beach in all of Key West. You just can't beat the location. This one's a 2-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 1,036 square foot townhouse. It's being offered at $1,385,000, which is a very low price for a townhouse of this nature in the Truman Annex. Then in Key West's Newtown neighborhood on Harris Ave, there's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,155 square foot house. This one has a nice large pool in the backyard, a very private backyard with a lot of big tropical landscaping so your neighbors aren't looking in on your pool. This one's being offered at $1,149,000. Then up on Big Carpet Key on Emeralds Drive, there's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,390 square foot house on the canal. This one's being offered at $1,200,000, which I think is a little at the top of the price point. I won't say it's overpriced, but I'll definitely say it was at the top of the price point. If you watched the video just yesterday, you'll see we had a house on Emerald Drive, also a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. The one yesterday is built in 2007. This one was built in 1990. The one yesterday was 1,520 square feet. This one's 1,390 square feet. The lots of land are exactly the same size. You have the exact same boating. This one's $1.2 million. The one yesterday was $1 million even. Granted, the one yesterday was a very good price for a canal front on Emerald, but this one, like I said, I won't say it's overpriced, but it's definitely at the top of the price point. Then we go up to Cudjoe Key to an area called Venture Out. Venture Out's a very unique community. It's a mobile home community. It's gated. They also have the transient license similar to the ones I mentioned in Truman Annex, except theirs are a little bit better. They can rent 1 day at a time. You can rent it like a hotel room. It's a gated community. They have 24-hour manned security gate. Also 24 hours for security person, either riding a golf cart or walking around the park just to make sure everything's okay. Full service marina, boat dock, ship store, fuel dock. They sell bait and tackle, soft drinks, beer and wine, snacks, fishing equipment, everything you'd need for a day out on the boat. Venture Out also has a full-size tennis court on the property, a full-size regulation basketball court, pickleball court. They have shuffleboard courts. They pretty much everything you need to have your whole vacation inside the gate. Most of these are bought as investment rental properties because of the transient license. This one's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 675 square foot mobile home on the canal. It's being offered at $449,000. People tend to either really love Venture Out. A lot of people have 10 or more units in there and love them, or really dislike Venture Out. I happen to fall on the latter. I look at it as an investment where you're buying it for the rental income, because that's what most of them are sold for. And when I ran numbers on at least 15 or 16 of them, I had a gentleman interested in Venture Out. I came back with right around the same figure. Your gross ROI is anywhere from 4.5% to 5%. Once you pay in all your fees, your property management fees on average are 20% of the gross. You have your Venture Out HOA fees, your property taxes, your insurance, your wear and tear on the property, your cleaning, your electric bill, your water bill, your sewage bill. You got to account for a little bit of time for vacancies. You won't be rented year round. I came out with an average cash on cash net ROI of about 2.5% to 3%. At $449,000, you could take that and put it in a high-yield CD in a bank account for 10 years, and you'd make more than 3% ROI, and there's absolutely no risk of any damage to the bank account like there is to a renter with your property or any vacancies. I personally don't care for Venture Out. Like I said, a lot of other people think it's the greatest thing to come along. Some people own many units in there and have had great success. I just don't care for it myself. Then up on Ramrod Key in a subdivision called Breeze Swept Beach Estate, which is a very good boating community. Mostly year-round residents. It's a mixture of owner-occupied and rental houses. I'd say the majority of them are owner-occupied, but The ones that are being rented, very few are vacation rentals. Most of them are year-round rentals to people that actually live here, work here, send their kids to school here. Very good boating in Breeze-Swept Beach. You can get about a 35, 36-foot boat in there easily. Once you get out of the canal, you're only about a 10-minute ride to Lukey Reef if you want to go snorkeling or diving. Then you just continue on offshore if you want to do some offshore fishing. And if you want to go out into the backcountry, you just make a left right out of the canal. You're in Newfound Harbor, which is the deepest and widest boating channel in all of the Lower Keys, under the bridge through Pine Channel, and you're out in the Florida Keys backcountry, which is, in my opinion, the most beautiful boating we have in the Keys. Probably the most beautiful boating anywhere in America, I feel. This one's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom house on the canal. It's 1,120 square feet. It has a metal roof, which will decrease your insurance. I believe it said it has impact windows. Don't quote me to that. Just check the blog, keywestinvesting.com. But I thought I read it as the hurricane impact windows, so you don't need any shutters, and that will also increase your insurance. It's being offered at $879,000, which is a very low price for a house of this nature in Breeze-Swept Beach Estates. If you want a canal front house in Ramrod and Breeze-Swept Beach, call me about this one right away. It's not going to last long. Then the last one's kind of a unique house. It's up on Big Pine. It's being sold as the completed project of the house on Avenue B, but right now it's a vacant lot with a building permit. They are willing to sell it as is, just with the lot with the building permit, but the way they're advertising it is with the house completed. It's going to be a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,290 square foot house. It's scheduled to be completed in the first quarter of 2025. The list price is $790,000, which would be an excellent price for a brand new house anywhere in the Florida Keys. You'd meet all the current building codes. Your insurance would be really reasonable. If you are going to go that route, what I tell everyone buying new construction, meet with the builder during your due diligence inspection period when you're still able to back out. Go over all the upgrades, everything you want in the house, and get a final price during your inspection when you can still back out. Because that $790,000 might be for cheap developer linoleum floors, low-grade carpet, cheap appliances, cheap counters. All of a sudden, when you add in a nice kitchen, nice bathrooms, nice flooring, impact windows, that $790,000 could become $900,000 plus in the blink of an eye. So definitely get a finalized quote for all of your upgrades while you're still in your due diligence inspection period. Assuming you get a favorable quote, a brand new house can't be beat. The insurance will be extremely low. That's the low-risk neighborhood, and they call it the avenues because they go Avenue A, Avenue B, Avenue C, and so on. $790,000 is an excellent price, but definitely get your final quote for all your upgrades. That's all we have for today. If you want to take a look at any of these homes or any home anywhere in the Florida Keys, give me a call at 305-731-0501. And don't forget to check out my blog, keywestinvesting.com. I'm Gary McAdams with eXp Realty.